start, he did just that. I'm sure that ball is put away someplace very special. Nothing more he'd like to do than get win number 2 here in this one.
Ready now, Jordan. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off for Arizona, the center fielder, number 4.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? We're trying to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of the series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single. It will, as it's dropped out there.
Hey, that's why this guy's in the leadoff hole. Grinder, battler, whatever you want to call him. He is not afraid to go deep in the count. He's not afraid to hit the 2 strikes in the show.
So now to the plate, Cameron James. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Jensen has a reputation, or a knack, if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Blake settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting third, the right fielder, Tanner Allen.
So stepping in, Tanner Allen, who drove in the other of the 2 runs in that game yesterday. Set and the pitch. Pitch inside the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
1-0 pitch on the way. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Down low, and the clock thickens here. 3-0.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this inning.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Jordan leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Coming to the plate now, Justin Haas. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Looked at off the plate for a ball.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
First and second now, 1 man out. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And he misses again. Ball 4. That's back-to-back guys now to reach base via the base on ball.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Now at the plate, Josh Hatcher. It was an 0 for 4 day for him in yesterday's loss. First pitch of the at-bat. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Set with the 0-1. And misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Would have been a grand slam if he'd straightened it out. Instead, it's a foul ball. Strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box, Jordan Webb, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. Certainly a big moment in this game. Bases loaded, tie score. 0-1 offering. Plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, bases loaded. Shot toward right center. And this is going to plate at least 2 of those runners as it's down for extra bases. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. Throw won't get him.
Not the way you want to start the game as the pitcher. He dug his own grave a little bit, loading the bases there. He had no chance but to throw a strike. Well, that's what you get when you start to groove one over the plate. It's a bases clearing double, and now he's down 3-0.
Standing in now, Luke Hancock. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
He's going. Runner breaks for third. In there, now the throw. And he skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Pretty unusual decision to swipe third with 2 outs and hitting. It's a big risk, especially with a lefty hitter up there, and the benefit isn't all that great, but he made it work out.
3 runs already home here. Swing and a liner. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ready knock.
And it's so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, Hero. You're in trouble. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make 1 bad pitch, a base hit. The inning continues, and another run batted in.
To the plate now, Brad Cummings. 1-0 the count. Four runs here in this half inning. Two and 0 now.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
Now the 2-0.
Ball 3.
Wow, this first inning is really out of character for this guy. Normally, he comes out of the gate much sharper than this. It'll be interesting to see if he can make some adjustments so he can stay in this game.
Boy, not close again. His third walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Stepping into the box, Will Bedard, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Now the 1-0. Looked at for ball number 2.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. Three and 1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
3-1. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Coming to the plate again, Jordan, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 1-0. Ball and no strikes.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Count now a ball and a strike. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as the side is retired. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Arizona leads this one 4-0. Will Bedard starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
So striding in, Cam Blake. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Cam Blake.
Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting second, the shortstop, Trevor Werner.
Digging in, Trevor Werner. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
1 ball.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. 1 out, nobody on.
Nope.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
2-2.
Fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Into the box now, Ray Albino. Swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Allen will wait on it. And that will retire the side. New inning set to get underway. Digging in to try it again. Cameron James. He flew out in his last at bat. Here's the first pitch to him.
Counts 1-0.
Chopped up the line to first, but a foul ball. 1-1. One and two now. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. Ripped on the ground to first. Right to him. And he'll take this to the bag himself. And the leadoff man set down to start the second.
The right fielder, number 5. Tanner Allen.
Now at the plate, Tanner Allen with 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series. He's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. Hit on the ground toward the left. Fielded cleanly. And that's the second out. Digging in, Justin Cross. He drew a walk his first time up. Now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mickey Holder. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series. 0 for 8.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Fastball on the inner third, taken for a strike. Fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
A 3-1 pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 3-2 pitch. Bouncer up the middle. Oh, beautiful dive. It's there, and he's out. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Oh, man, once it got past the pitcher, I figured it was a base hit, but then the shortstop comes out of nowhere to make the diving stop. That was incredible.
Digging in, Zane Schmidt. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And there's out number 2. Set to get his day started, Ty Coleman. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First offering on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. He swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Unable to find the zone with the slider. There's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. We walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Set to get his day started, Mason Corbett. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Runner on first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Pitch inside the throw. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag on him to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Digging in now, Josh Hatcher will step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. First pitch coming, here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Behind 0-2 now. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. And with that, we give you a look here at the standings entering play in the AL Central. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jordan West. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1-1 home. Hit down the 3rd baseline. This will get fouled. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Now a throw over to first. Just manages to get his hand in. more a throw over. Being especially careful here. Stepping in now, Luke Hancock.
1-0.
As he'll take a look at ball one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge.
Runners on for second. Pitch misses the throw down. Well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Stepping up now, Brad Cummings. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
He's falling behind now, 3-1.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting a fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Misses again, ball 4, and his control is really letting him down now.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden, the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
You put yourself in this situation, you got to get yourself out of it. You got the pitcher at the plate, 2-0 count. You got to take your chances and throw something middle of the plate.
Now the 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's pulled 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
To third. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Set to get his day started, Mason Corbin. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. Bedard Was born in the state of Pennsylvania. This is his first year at the big league level. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And with that, let's take a moment to show you what's happening in the American League's Western Division.
Isaac Lopez.
Stepping into the box, Isaac Lopez. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Rocket to third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, there's a bullet off the wall. The outfielder does a really good job of getting that one in quickly, but I think they had play there at second base.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, Dan. I got to believe you're busting it out of the box thinking two until somebody tells you no. I know it would have been a close play, but I think you got to err on the aggressive side right there.
And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. There's one, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
The right fielder, number 30.
Riding in once again, Cam Blake. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. He's set. Here it comes. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 2 out with a man at first. Pulled toward right center field. Here comes the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now. Jordan will try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Number 4.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
The 1-0.
Hey!
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Wise decision there to make sure this ball stays foul, and that's the second strike. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fouled off. Line to the right side, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the fourth.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
In now, Cameron James, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
One of the big keys to pitching well is getting ahead early on, and it's been far from that for this guy so far. Less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And he'll dive back in. No one out with a runner at second. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly, and that's the first out.
The right fielder.
So digging in now, Tanner Allen. First delivery to him on the way. Allen is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing.
And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Now back, second baseman, Justin.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Christian Roa answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from the starter. So now to the plate, Justin Foss. And there's a base hit on the line. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just going to...
Josh Hatcher is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks his zone again.
First and second now, one man out. Lifted the other way out to left center. Left fielder is on the move, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Jordan West. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave it.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Fouled away.
Ball two. Count is 2-1.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Racing back the left fielder. And that one is gone on a two-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Two home runs in 3 days. I'd say he's seeing the ball pretty well right now. I think it's time to start pitching around this guy.
Standing in now Luke Hancock as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. A dive and he knocks it down. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. The Wildcats on top 8-0. So coming to the plate, Trevor Werner. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Werner.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 00.
Stepping in, Ray Albino. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit hard towards center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Into the box, Mickey Holder. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Comes set and the 0-1. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
The 0-2 delivery. And they're trying to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the payoff pitch home. This is on the ground over to first. To second for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Wildcats lead it 8-0. In now, Brad Cummings.
For Arizona, the left fielder, Brad Cummings.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Now a big fastball when he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And a good curveball gets him swinging for wrap number 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Will Bedard.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Will Bedard. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate now, Jordan, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Count is 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. To first. Scooped up. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Zane Schmidt. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Ball and a strike.
1-1.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. Ty Holman waits on deck. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball. Into the box now, Ty Holman. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And a look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. All even now, 2-2. And it's fouled away. Another try at 2-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Now, usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him. At the plate, Mason Corbin. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0.
Nope. 2-0. Hey. Ball inside.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
2 out, nobody on. He loses him on ball 4.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
Stepping up to the plate, Isaac Lopez. He reached on a single in his first try. From the belt, the pitch. In there for strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
As a look, now the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now. Runner on first with 2 away. Down the first baseline. And a change up here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Two pitches fouled away. From the belt, the pitch. Now a foul tip. Held onto behind the plate at strike 3, and that ends the inning. Stepping in, Cameron James. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
The third baseman, Cameron.
First offering on its way. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Tanner Allen.
So now to the plate, Tanner Allen, as he rips it on the ground to second. To second for 1, on to first, and they get them both.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Base is empty now after the double play, and set to go is the second baseman, Justin Foss. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ball 1.
Count 1-0.
That's 2-0.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
2 balls and a strike. Curveball misses here, so a good hitter's count now to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Number 39 is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Number 39.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 0-1. Here it comes. Line drive to left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Cam Lake. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Here's a bouncer foul to the left side, and the count will move ahead now to 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Infielders are tough from the time they hold the glove. That you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
Runner at first following the error. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Trevor Werner. First delivery to him on the way. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Oh, that's
One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4,
Out.
3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Cam Wynn enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Seventh inning ready to roll. Now at the plate, Josh Hatcher.
Josh Hatcher.
Pitch on the way.
Ball 1.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
No strike.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. This one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Well, he's a youngster. You can see he's a little nervous out there. Some people call it butterflies, but to him it probably feels like pterodactyls are flying around in his gut. Going to be interesting to see if he can settle down here.
Making his way to the plate, Jordan West. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. From the belt, the pitch. Now a hard liner. But this will be a foul ball. swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
To the plate now, Luke Hancock. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, one man out. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Now the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 33.
So striding forward now, Brad Cummings. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. 2 out with a man at first. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Late swing on that curveball right there to run the count 0-2. Don't think he recognized that one too well.
0-2 count, and the pitch.
Pull, that's the side.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
And that misses 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired.
The traditional 7-inning stretch.
Albino. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
In there, strike 1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Here comes another 0-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Oh, he's in.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watched it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner aboard and no outs.
Now Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mickey Holder. First delivery to him on the way. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. One there on the first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Now back, first baseman.
Boy, and that's a great play there at short. He's forced to go to the backhand and then pivot on that right leg to throw against the momentum of his body. These guys make it look easy. That's one you could definitely launch into right field if you're not under control.
Standing in, Zane Schmidt. Now here's the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a line drive, but foul. The 1-2. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. James is there, and the inning is over. Landon Jordan is going to be asked to get things going here as it lead off the top of the 8th.
Jordan.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Now batter.
Digging in once again, Jordan. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball well outside. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. 2-0 count. Pitch. Taken on the inside corner for strike 1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a line drive. But just fouls as he just misses extra bases. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Cameron James will be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
Into the box, Cameron James, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. it comes 1-0.
2-0.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
The 2-0 on the way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with
I
it.
got 3-1. 3 balls.
And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now. Now a throw over, back in standing. Full count now, 3-2.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and threw the walk.
Striding into the box, Tanner Allen. Set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Now the 2-1 pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
As a look, now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1 ball, 1 strike. Outside. Outside, that's the ball.
2 on, 2 out with the base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here. Give this guy a pitch and he can hit one out of the park on.
3-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 2 down, runners at first and second. There's ball 4.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. One to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch, and he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a ground ball, and this should get him out of it. In time, so a good pitch there gets him out of the bases loaded jam. So they load the bases on just one hit, but 3 men are left stranded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Arizona is out in front 8-0. Riley Self is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Riding in, Kai Coleman. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Nope, foul ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Jordan is right there, 1 down. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
At the plate now, Mason Corbett. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Liner towards second. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two. Both of them hit on absolute screws. One's right out on the guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Standing in now, Isaac Lopez. As the first pitch here has been high, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue.
Will Fritz will be called on to pinch hit now, and he'll do it in a golden RBI spot as he's got 2 men in scoring position with only 1 gone in the inning. Fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. As a look, now the pitch. Left side, but well fouled. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
Fouled away. Again, a 1-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting,
Into the box now, Cam Lake. First pitch of the at-bat. A one pitch on its way. And he powers to cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Second and third, 2 away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Here now the 2-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Now at the plate, Trevor Werner. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Swing and a liner. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Mason Ornelas comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box now, Jordan West will try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Jordan West.
First offering on its way.
0-1.
And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Back on it is the left fielder, and it's gone. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare, and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Into the box now, Luke Hancock. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. No outs, nobody on. Hit on the ground out to short. He's right there on first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
The left fielder, number 33.
Ready for another chance? Brad Cummings. 1 run in and 1 gone so far in this inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses ball 1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. One out, nobody on. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it. but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
3-1 the countdown. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. 3-2 one more time. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
At the plate, Riley Self. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Hit high and deep to left field. Ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Home half of the ninth coming up. Arizona leads it 9-0. Into the box, Ray Albino. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Well, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Stepping in now, Mickey Holder. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1. You could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh, that's off the plate.
And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And he fouls this one off. High chopper to third. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting.
Settling in now, Zane Schmidt. Now here's the pitch.
Nope,
And he takes ball 1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it as the Wildcats have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
On paper, this had the makings of a real hard-fought game, but in reality, those are 2 different things. They pulled away and never looked back. How about to a tune of a 9-run victory?
A 9-0 shutout final in this ball game. Arizona jumps